Welcome to another Nightworks Art Explorations. Tonight I'm doing an acrylic painting process. We're doing the Dead Rabbit Boyz. I dug up my old acrylic paints and I wanted to jump back into acrylic painting again. I used to do a lot of acrylic painting, and then I've been doing a lot of oil painting of late. And then I was also doing a lot of watercolors, so I'm going to step back into the world of acrylic. They're fun, they're easy to work with-ish. They get really nice pop colors. Fun thing about it is I don't need special surfaces so much. You can just do this on papers. This is an acrylic paper. Like watercolor paper. It's like a thicker kind of watercolor paper. It was cheap, so I don't really know the process on what defines acrylic paper versus watercolor. I didn't bother to research, but I have a big pad of it, so I just do these little paintings on it. So I did the initial drawing of these two kind of punk zombie rabbit gang dudes. I was thinking of like Easter Bunny meets the Dead Rabbit Gang. Dead Rabbit Gang was a gang in New York City. Gangs in New York. I think one of them was the Dead Rabbit Gang. So here I am just blocking in background colors, and I'm playing with brighter colors than I often use, trying to bring a little unexpected into my routine, so I'm trying some different bright colors of late. Keeping in mind when I splash these in, I can paint over. It's not like watercolor where you can't really cover up stuff so much, but with acrylics, with layers, you can, paint over things. I did background first, and I'm working my way forward. You can see I'm using a styrofoam plate for my palette, because you can. You can put them on anything, really. So I just use a cheap, kind of plasticky styrofoam plates, and just use a little cheap acrylic brushes. I do have a couple of nice ones I'm going to start using, and just doing that. But the thing about acrylic paints is you don't have a complicated setup time like you do with oil. Acrylics are easy to set up. You just got to get some water, get your little bits of paint put out on your palette, get the brushes, and get to work. Oil's a more complicated process to get set up right. Acrylic is easier to break down. You just clean up your brushes, dump the water out, run away. You have to remember with acrylics that the paint turns to little lumps of plastic, so you can't leave your brushes loaded like you can with oil paint. You just got to make sure you clean up good, and you don't want your brushes turning into chunks of plastic, so just clean up. Oil paint's a lot smellier, and there's a lot of chemicals. Acrylic paint is just plastics. I don't know. Seems less stinky. So they're fun. They're quick and responsive. Now the sort of the negatives for acrylic, because of their quick dry time, it's harder to do the amazing blending stuff you can do with oils. They have agents that slow the drying time down, but I haven't used any of them. I just sort of work in smaller sections, and just work that way. So I do my blending in tighter areas. Just remember, the acrylic paints tend to not look good the first multiple layers. It still looks brushy. It looks translucent, transparent. It looks kind of janky. So you want to just keep attacking it. It'll dry, work over it, keep attacking it, keep working on it. And eventually these layers will come together and the thing will look a lot better. So don't get discouraged at the beginning with acrylics. Just keep painting on it. Cool things about acrylics, since they are kind of transparent, some of the colors you put in there might bleed through unintentionally as you do subsequent layers on top, and that's always fun. The drying time, while it is fast, also enables you to kind of work on your ideas quicker. So I like acrylics a lot for especially this kind of odd illustrative work, whatever you want to call it. And it's just a lot of fun. The colors are fun. Now the paints I'm using are old. I don't even, I mean, gosh, they're like 15 plus years old and they were still good. I thought that was crazy. They're just tubes of cheap acrylic paints. Some are Van Gogh, bunch are maybe like Liquitex Basics or something, like student grade cheap acrylic paints. And they're still fun to work with. So I don't know. I'm gonna buy more because I mean, a chunk of the tubes aren't good anymore, but I had enough to start doing some fun painting. Oops, I'm a messy pig. All right, so painting the first little rabbit dude, putting in like strange colors, more purples. I love that kind of soft, kind of like twilight purple. It's like a warm kind of violet or whatever you want to call it. And it reads nice and it works good in skin tones too, but just sort of a soft color to put on there. I have like a liquid, like acrylics come in like dense, thicker paste, you know, kind of traditional paint look. And acrylics also come in like a liquid. So sometimes I'll use the more like liquid acrylic paint, the black, for line work and for tighter details. It seems to me like the more liquidish the paints are, the easier it is to render tight details, almost like you're, you know, working with an ink pen or something. So it's fun. But yeah, I gotta go to the store and get some more acrylic paints. And it's just a fun process. Just keep your brush wet. Don't let your paints dry out. Now these paints, as they're out there, I'm only putting out little bits at a time because they turn into little lumps. So you'll want to just put out a little bit, work with it, put a little bit more, work with it. Keep your lids tight on your paint so the whole tube doesn't get lost. I keep tilting the paper because working top down with wet, shiny mediums like this is not optimal. It's just a way for me to get the camera to point at the thing. I'll have to do some acrylic paintings in traditional like easel format, but I haven't set up my camera system for that yet. So I'm sort of tilting the paper because in my eyes there's a glare on the characters. I can't really see what I'm doing half the time, so I have to pick the paper up and tilt it. And so see, I was walking like a dark, dull green, putting some brighter greens on top, coming back in with some earthy red orange on top of the green. You can, if you're working in like big color blocks, you can just plop down colors. I'm trying to do more like maybe a classical painting technique of painting sort of dull colors, earth tones first, and then building up to the brights. If you just put down bright color, you have nowhere to go. It's just you've already used the maximum bright of the tube. So usually what I try and do is desaturate or bring the color levels down. You can do this a couple ways. You can put in like earth tones like browns. That helps sort of muddy the thing up. You can take your colors, put a little black in it, right, if you want to give it a little look. But a lot of times I just mix like a complementary in there, and that sort of desaturates your color. If you can put the desaturated color down first, then you have room to come up to the pure color, and it makes that pure color look so much brighter. So I'm practicing, just playing with that stuff. I mean, this is a weird subject matter of kind of, I don't know, zombie, undead rabbit punks. I don't know what they are. Just kind of strange stuff to play with. You know, this is practice. And I got a lot of practicing to do with acrylics because it's been a minute, but they're fun. I'm just layering it on there. You can always cover up stuff. If you work fast, you can blend things together. But if it dries, just do another layer on top, get your blending in on top of that. And you can sort of get things to pop the way you want. Just takes a little patience. Here I moved to some of my newer brushes, got some details so I can get tighter lines, and that's always fun. Came with a little bit of a warm blue, letting some of the under blue show through. It's nice. And just trying to figure out colors. Remember, you can put down color. In the acrylic, you can put down your colors and look at it. If you don't like it, just let it dry and paint over it. Don't stress. Things will come together. Just keep fixing things. I think I wanted him to have more like a ragged mouth. Like almost like a gash kind of thing or something. He's like a big messy oaf. And just trying to refine the details using that tighter brush. I have a little cup of water just off of the camera shot. And I've sped this up like 800% just to get through it. This is already kind of a long video, but I hope you guys get some information from this process that I'm doing so you can try your own stuff. I'm not suggesting you paint dead rabbit people, but whatever it is, I'm going to do some other stuff. I'll try maybe a dragon or something next with some colors. There's a little dragonkin, sort of like dragon peoples things. I wanted to do some paintings of those guys. They're weird. And just sort of working on top. Now what I'm doing here is I have wetter paint. So you can take water with your acrylics. Some people say don't, but whatever. It glazes. You can kind of do thin washes with it. It leaves some color information behind. It's fun. You can take the wet acrylic and let it run. It gives you some little action in the piece, a little motion. I like drips, but I don't do a lot of drips because it can be cheesy. So I just do some. Gotta have a couple. Keep working on it and just getting stuff pulled together. A little unexpected green outline against the red, just making things pop. I don't know. It was fun to do. I hope you guys had fun watching this. And if you have any requests for information or need some specific tips or something, just let me know in the comments. And I'll do some more acrylic painting and some more weird color stuff and do some more how-tos. Just have fun. So please hit the share, like, subscribe, notification, all the buttons. Hit every button on the screen. Tell your friends to come and watch my videos, and I will see you again in the next fun art video. You guys have a good one. Bye.